Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So a few days ago, the BBC announced something quite out of the blue. They released a statement announcing that the show will be returning for Christmas next year and a few other details, which we'll go through now as I read it out. The BBC confirms future of Doctor Who and a new Christmas special in 2026. Fans of the beloved series have much to enjoy ahead of the special, with The War Between the Land and the Sea and a new animation series for CBeebies, which is in development. Doctor Who will be back on our screens at Christmas 2026 with a special episode written by Russell T Davies. With Disney Plus confirming they will not be partnering on next season of the sci-fi show, the BBC remain fully committed to the show and will announce plans for the next series in due course to ensure the Doctor's adventures continue. Lindsay Salt, director of drama at the BBC, said, "We'd like to thank Disney Plus for being terrific global partners and collaborators over the past 2 seasons, and for the upcoming The War Between the Land and the Sea. The BBC remains fully committed to Doctor Who, which continues to be one of our most loved dramas, and we are delighted that Russell T Davies has agreed to write us another spectacular Christmas special for 2026. We can assure fans the Doctor is not going anywhere, and we will be announcing plans for the next series in due course, which will ensure the TARDIS remains at the heart of the BBC. Before next year's special, fans of the beloved series still have much to enjoy, with The War Between the Land and the Sea heading to BBC iPlayer and BBC One later this year, as well as a brand new animation series for CBeebies, which is in development." So that was all announced on Tuesday, as in Tuesday just gone, and then a couple of days later, we found out that The War Between the Land and the Sea will be airing on BBC One and iPlayer this Christmas in the UK, and then sometime in the new year on Disney Plus for everywhere else. Alongside that, we got some new images for it, with this first one of the sea creatures rising out of the sea dramatically. I don't believe it's been officially confirmed that they're sea devils, and I would certainly prefer that there was something else, such as either something brand new or the fish people from the Underwater Menace, due to how different they look to what we've come to expect from the sea devils. But they could very well be them anyway, and the rumours could all be right in that respect. But regardless of that, that image does look pretty cool in all fairness, and it's nice to have the other images of the show's leads, I guess. Now, I have some very mixed feelings on all of this. On the one hand, it's nice to know what the show's immediate future will be like. I mean, that's certainly better than the way things were before this announcement. Plus, I'm happy to hear that the CBeebies series is now in development. But knowing that this 2026 Christmas special is going to be written by Russell T Davies, yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed what he did with the show in his first era for the most part, and I think he's a very talented writer in general. I've loved the other projects of his that I've seen, such as Years and Years and It's a Sin, and to be fair, he has written some good episodes for the show in recent years too. But his way of tying up loose ends and writing series finales in the past few years has been pretty rough, to say the least. I mean, he kind of always struggled a bit with writing series finales and making them satisfying anyway, but yeah, it's especially been pretty bad lately. And we've still got a few other dangling plot threads that he'll no doubt touch on. I wouldn't say he needs to tie them up, as, to be honest, I couldn't care less about whoever Billie Piper's supposed to be playing and who the mysterious boss is, although it would be nice to at least see more of Carole Ann Ford as Susan and have her plot thread resolved, I suppose. So this makes me pretty trepidatious about the special. I don't have loads of faith that he can resolve all of this in a single episode. I would say I might be more optimistic if it had a 90 or so minute runtime, but then the reality war had a length of, 66 minutes, and, well, it still didn't go very well, did it? So I honestly don't know if a longer runtime will make any kind of difference. I shouldn't start jumping to conclusions about the special when we've still got over a year until it airs. I don't know. I guess I'm approaching a sense of apathy towards this current era. I still love Doctor Who as a whole and love discussing the older episodes, particularly the classic series, but my expectations for any new RTD2 era episodes pretty much non-existent now. Yes, it could pleasantly surprise me, and Russell might genuinely be able to resolve at least most of the plot threads in a decent enough way, and I don't want it to seem like I'm completely ruling that possibility out or attacking Russell himself, as that's certainly not my intention. I think I just want to move on from this era and start afresh with a whole new creative team taking over. So I hope this special is Russell's last as showrunner, because I honestly feel like we need to brush the whole past couple of years under the rug and start again. The show desperately needs new blood and ideas, just an entirely different vision in essence. But I honestly don't know if we'll actually get that. I mean, it's obvious that things haven't gone according to plan with the recent few series. Disney's pulling out pretty much solidifies that in my eyes. And whilst I've seen a lot of fans say that it's all like Disney's fault, I don't really think it is. I think a whole combination of factors have led to it, most of which we probably won't even find out about for many years yet, which will make any future retrospective on this period incredibly fascinating, I'm sure. As for the stuff about the war between the land and the sea, well, it's nice to get a clearer idea of when we can expect it to air, I guess, but to be honest, I keep forgetting all about it. There have been quite a few occasions over the past few months where I've had to remind myself and gone, oh yeah, that's happening sometime soon, isn't it? I can't be the only one who would have rather had a mini-series or even just a few specials with Ncuti Gatwa than getting this spin-off that I'm not sure anyone was really asking or clamouring for. It's a remnant of what they had originally planned for this era, with Russell's whole concept of expanding Doctor Who into this big multi-show franchise to rival the likes of Marvel and Star Wars, and now it just seems like an odd decision to have 5 of the initial run of episodes that Disney had asked for comprise a spin-off show, especially in hindsight, but I guess that's easy to say now. But again, if it ends up actually being really good, then I'll be happy to say that I was wrong. And I know I shouldn't judge it yet. I'm just feeling very jaded right now, I suppose, especially after the mess that was the reality war. I mean, I know this sounds melodramatic, but that episode basically broke me and any faith I had left in this era. But hey, it's a smart decision for the BBC to air this new spin-off over Christmas, as at least it keeps that festive tradition going. I mean, I don't think it actually suits Christmas from what we've learnt about it so far. Like, it probably would have been better off like airing roundabout now, you know, what with just Halloween having just gone by. But I understand they're doing the best they can with what they've got, and that's completely fair enough. There was also that quote from Carole Ann Ford about the Reality War's original ending that she said at a convention in Australia recently as well. She basically more or less confirms those leaks that implied there was going to be a party scene with 15, Belinda and everyone else celebrating their victory against the Ranis and Omega, with Susan and Poppy watching from the distance. I won't spend too long talking about this, but it didn't really surprise me when she said this. I always found it to be pretty plausible that that was originally the case. But it's nice to basically know for sure now that there was at least a grain of truth to it. But anyway, there's my pretty depressed thoughts on all of this recent news. I'm sorry about not being able to be more optimistic about it, but what do you think? Do you agree with my thoughts on it or not? Are you excited to hear that the show is 100% returning next year? Please let me know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked it. Please don't forget to press that subscribe button below, as well as press the bell icon at the side of it, so that you'll stay notified of when all my new videos come out. And feel free to join my Discord server, where we chat about everything from Doctor Who to what if scenarios, and just whatever you want really. You can find a link to it, as well as a wiki page for my what ifs, in a pinned comment below. And I shall see you all in another video. So, until next time, bye bye!